What's going on, Micro Militia? Micro here, and today we are finally back with some more Sleep Token. So if you guys didn't see that last video, I highly recommend it. It was probably the most emotional reaction I've had on the channel so far. May or may not have sweat out of my eyes a little bit on that one. It was a great song, very good song, just very barren. It's just acapella, straight up acapella. Enjoyed it very much. But today we have something different, and this one I'm excited for, because while this one wasn't explicitly mentioned to react to, or rather to like look forward to, I see this song everywhere. This is all over my YouTube recommended, people reacting to this song in general. So Alkaline is what we are going to be reacting to today. It seems to be one of their more popular ones. Again, like I said, I see it everywhere. And I have been seeing it everywhere since I found Sleep Token. So this is gonna be a good one. It's a fan favorite. Lyrics on screen, and it's another music video. So again, that's the mid part way through this album. Continuing on, they started doing music videos, which is different. I know at some point they stopped doing them, right? Because we've listened to The Summoning, a couple different songs from their later albums, and there was no video. It was they were back to the visualizers. So at some point they stopped making videos, but we're gonna enjoy them while we have them. There's nothing else to say except for let's go ahead and get into it. But before we do, ladies and gentlemen, go ahead and hit the hot thumbs up if you enjoy the video. Subscribe if you're new to the channel or you like my style and you want to see more Sleep Token reactions. With that being said, guys, let's just go ahead and jump into it. Let's go. Spooky, eerie. Someone's dead.
Every once in a while, something changes. And she's changing.
She's changing me. Are we still referencing sleep here? Is sleep a she? Or is this just kind of like non-lore verbiage there? Also, this is giving me very Call of Duty Black Ops 2 Zombies. Remember the hazmat guy? The non-defined CIA people and the non-defined hazmat people? That's what this is giving me. I like that. I love Call of Duty Zombies.
It's too late for me now. I am altered. There is something beneath. She's not acid, no alkaline.
She's
between black and white, not quite either day or night. She's perfectly misaligned. I'm caught up in her design and how it connects to mine. I see in a different light the objects of my desire.
Oh, okay. This is building up to something. This is building up to something nice, and I heard it coming in there with the percussion. But so far, I know I don't really break down the lyrics during the song anymore, but I really wanted to. I didn't want to miss this this line. It's too late for me now. I am altered. That is bars for days, because it's too late for me now. Okay, perfect. It's just saying it's too late for me now. But then I am altered. So very cool, very good, double entendre sort of thing there. Altered, so altered like he's altered, he's changed, he's different. Maybe his DNA has changed, maybe something within him has changed, whether physically, mentally, something. But then altered, like the altar of like in a church. So yeah, he is altered. So not only is he changed, but he's reformed. He's found Jesus. Not really. He's found sleep. He's altered. He is with a deity now. So that's this is cool. This is a cool thing. I'm excited to see where this goes.
I see in a different light the objects of my desire.
What is that? It's like a muted break drum, maybe? Oh, he's possessed. Oh, there we go.
Let's talk about chemistry.
Oh. Oh, okay, you a freak. Okay, before we start hopping into the chorus here, I don't know what the fuck's going on with I'm assuming his vessel, with whom I'm assuming his vessel. He's tweaking out here, he's getting possessed or something. So just kind of going to the lyrics again here. There's a lot of back and forth. There's a lot of juxtaposition going on here. She's both things at once or caught in the middle. So she doesn't really know, or he doesn't really know about where she is. So she's not acid nor alkaline, opposite ends of the spectrum. You have your acids, and then you have your alkaline, which is your bases, caught between black and white. So she's in between black and white is gray. If you mix black and white, you get gray. So kind of like a nondescript, no colored world caught in between, kind of like in limbo, as they say. In terms of the music, so far, oh my god, we're building up to some great musicianship here. We already, of course, great musicianship, but we have the rock session going on, which is very heavy musically. And then we have the transition between the intro singing with the synthetic, kind of sound in the back with that synth, and then it kicked into gear. And this is kind of more like a hip hop drum beat so far. Vessel's getting possessed rather. Yeah, let's just continue. Heaven sent. See, not acid nor alkaline. There are those vines again. Ooh, a spider in the window. He's still tweaking. Are they looking for her? Ooh, that was a cool sound before you hit this drop here. Again, this song is following that formula of "This place will become your tomb" so far. That entire chorus right there was a chant. So right there, I don't remember. That's the second chorus. I'm pretty sure the chorus was the same the first time, but it's a shout chorus. Right there at the end of the chorus, we had a further back in the mix. You had he actually sustaining notes as a melody, but then other than that, it was just a chanting chorus. He's just da 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 da. It's repetitive. It's very repetitive. There's multiple layers on top of it. Not multiple layers with different harmonies, but multiple layers of the same exact harmony repeated so that it's more full, like a chant. In terms of the music right now, this is probably the most traditional metalcore I've ever heard them. The drums too, very metalcore, very, very, very traditional metalcore. He's keeping a beat. Every few bars, he's adding a fill. A very move around the kit that with like hi-hats in there. If that makes any sense, what I just said. But yeah, it's those very classic metal on the toms with little hi-hats and or little bell hits, cymbal hits in between, just filling that space. That's why it's called a fill after all. But I'm liking it. Very traditional song so far. The most traditional song I might have heard from them so far. All right, let's go back. Ooh, okay, we're getting into a little bit of a breakdown here. I love that. I just want to rewind it a little bit. I love this transition where it's kind of like a beast, a demon growl. The transition is very, very sinister. Ooh, monsters. Okay, I'm gonna rewatch that whole section again because I want to catch the visual. But musically, everything. Okay, like I just said, it was traditional metalcore up until this point. When it hit that breakdown, that's when the complication started. So there was so much going on during this part. There's the badass beat they created with that. Choose doing those ensemble hits perfectly, and then adding stuff in between. So bottom da 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 da, or whatever the beat is. I don't remember what the beat is. But it's a very cool beat. Guitars are playing along with it. They're, again, like I said, they're unison hits. They're band. They're ensemble hits. So if you don't know what an ensemble hit, it means that a note that everyone in the band plays at the same time. Boom. So in a score of music, if you're looking at music, if you're a conductor of music, you have everyone's musical part, all the sections. You have the brass, you have the woodwinds, you have the percussion, you have any vocals. You have all that on one page. If you've never looked at a score, it's very confusing if you don't know music. If you look at a normal piece of music and you don't know how to read music, it's confusing. If you look at a score, even if you know how to read music, it's confusing because there's so much goddamn information. It has every single part for the brass. Here's the trumpet part. Here's the saxophone part. Here's the trumpet part. Here's the baritone part. Here's the euphonium part. And then it has the drums. Here's the drum part. You have to be able to be a conductor, you have to be very fluent in music. Very fluent. Because you have to know how to read many different types of clefs. Treble clef, bass clef, neutral clef is easy. That's for percussion. There's an alto clef. So you have to be able to be very fluent when you're a conductor. And the only reason I bring this up is because during this section is when you would see that score open up. There's a lot more. So we have the guitars doing the beats with the drums, and then they introduced, I haven't noticed it before. It sounds like something that probably was already in the song. I just didn't hear it. But it's a synthesizer that's keeping a nice little creepy melody in the background. It's in a minor key. It's like a do 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 do, something like that in the background. So that's cool. And then we have, I'm just gonna go back and catch it. Let's catch it one more time, and then I'll notice some more stuff. There's some stuff I forgot. Okay, so we have that, and then also in the background we have very faint background vocals just going something along that line. So we have two background choir, so to speak, things going on in the background. We have the higher pitched one, the like that one, and then we have an even lower one. Let's see if you can't catch that one. It's just going oh, and then that's going down. That's creating that dissonance, that lower one. You hear that? It's very far. It's not very far, but it's pretty far back in the mix. Let's see if we can hear the lower. Oh yeah. That's the minor. That's the minor. Very beautiful. And then they have this craziness going on. Very raunchy on the guitar again. Bump. Da 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 bump. Very genty. I want to see that monster again too, real quick. Damn. So was he the orchestrator of all that? Creepy. All right, that was Alkaline by Sleep Token, and I just want to start off by saying I could totally understand why that's one of their most popular songs, why that's all over my feed, why that's, since I've gotten into Sleep Token, I could totally understand why that song is kind of standing out amongst the rest, because it's so easily digestible by the public. What I mean by that is that song, that was a great song, by the way. We'll get into the lyrics here. Very beautiful song, but when the song got into its rhythm and groove, when it got into its kind of flow, it's a very digestible radio-friendly song. So there was nothing crazy, there was no screaming. It had its breakdowns. Imagine not knowing anything about Sleep Token. That song just randomly plays on the radio. If you say you somewhat like rock music, you somewhat, you know what I'm saying? Maybe you're a country guy, you're driving home. Maybe you're into hip hop, but you know, you'd like maybe a little bit of Linkin Park, maybe Five Finger Death Punch, you know, kind of intro to rock music. And then this song comes in, there's no screaming, but then you have that sick ass, dope ass breakdown and bump, and you're kind of just like, that'll make a normal person that doesn't like this kind of music go. You know what I'm saying? So I could totally understand why that song specifically is so popular, super digestible by the public and people that are maybe not even into this sort of genre. So that's great. You know, I think I've talked at length about the music. Fantastic. There was nothing really too crazy musically. It was really well put together in this song. It was very well thought out, very well layered. Everything meshed very, very, very well in the song. So it was a badass song overall. In terms of the lyrics, we've already went over some, but let's just get through the rest of them. So every once in a while, something changes, and she's changing me. It's too late for me now. I'm altered. There is something beneath. So there's something inside him. Is it her? Is Sleep female or a gender at all? It's a deity. She's not acid nor alkaline. Caught between black and white. Not quite either day or night. She's perfectly misaligned. I'm caught up in her design, and now it connects to mine. I see in a different light the objects of my desire. Okay, again, so there's that juxtaposition. She's not acid nor alkaline, black or white, day or night, perfectly misaligned. So she's in the middle. She's caught in limbo, whoever she is. Kind of with the video, Vessel, if that is Vessel, let me know. Seems like the orchestrator of all this. He definitely does. He doesn't seem like a victim as he seems to be playing. He seems to be the orchestrator of this evil as of right now in the videos. So I'm caught up in her design and how it connects to mine. So he's caught up in how they kind of relate to each other. I see in a different light the objects of my desire. What is that light? Basing on the song, it's pretty sinister. Ooh, or is her the monster that he's controlling? That monster is not evil or good, black nor white, acid nor alkaline, but she is whatever the person that is controlling her, the monster, if we're thinking of her as the monster, what their desire is. She is just a vessel. The monster is Vessel's vessel in this case for evil. It certainly looked like evil. There were some dead people, so. Ooh, let's talk about chemistry, because I'm dying to melt through to the heart of her molecules till the particles part like holy water. Jesus Christ. Again, Vessel gets really obsessed with things, doesn't he? Or at least in his music he does. So, okay, so let's talk about chemistry, because I'm dying to melt through her, by the way, as we know by these next two lines. To the heart of her molecules. So that could kind of be interpreted in two different ways too. To the heart of her molecules, like her actual heart, but the heart of her molecules, that means the nucleus of the molecules. So not just her heart, but the heart of every molecule, the nucleus of every molecule that makes her. That's crazy. That's some crazy obsessive stuff right there. Till the particles part like holy water. He wants to become like one with her. He wants to like mix particles. Pause. If anything, she's an undiscovered element. That's a pretty unique way of saying someone's special. An undiscovered element. Either born in hell or heaven sent. Again, that juxtaposition. Either way, I'm into it. Vessel freak, and I like it. And then it goes back to the chorus. Same exact chorus. And then it's a double chorus to end the song. So I noticed Sleep Token does that a lot. It looks like there's a lot of lyrics in the song, but really it's not. They usually end with a double chorus too. Plus they have a bunch of sick music in between all that. So the lyrics they tell a picture, but it's really telling a picture built around the music structure, which is really cool, man. Again, one thing Vessel excels at is his music writing ability. Yes, he's great at what he does musically, But if we think about it, and I'm not being disrespectful here, I'm just kind of breaking it down to what it is. I'd say his vocals are probably his strongest asset, because he does have a very, very good voice, screaming and clean vocals as well. His voice is great. I would say that's his shining characteristic, other than his songwriting structure, because he has had some great vocals, of course. But then when you look at, in terms of the music, nothing other than drums. That's 2 though. Remember, that's not Vessel. That's 2. The drums are insane. Drums are insane. But when we're talking about guitar, nothing insanely technical, nothing insanely hard. When we're talking about piano, nothing insanely technical, nothing insanely hard. When we're talking about the background vocals, nothing insane. It's just chants and keeping a nice sustained melody for 2 to 4 measures. We're not talking about crazy playing stuff. Nothing that's insanely hard to play with Vessel. The guitar, not hard to play. Again, excluding the drums. Vocals, different story. He's a great vocalist. I'd say he's mainly a vocalist. Piano, for the piano or the synth, whatever, nothing too crazy. Not even, I don't even hear a left hand part. I just hear a right hand part. What makes it special? If nothing's crazy, if nothing's too technical, nothing's too out of the ballpark crazy, except for the drums, vocals, 2 things again. What gives the music such depth? What gives the music such flavor? The songwriting. So from what I've heard so far, it doesn't seem like Vessel is the greatest guitar player. I haven't heard him solo much. The Summoning, but even then it wasn't an insane guitar solo. So I would imagine he's not super shreddy and stuff on the guitar, because look at what he does. Look at how he composes music. He is more a composer than he is a musician. So he's able to take his... Again, I don't mean any disrespect to that. I'm just using this for lack of a better term. His mediocre skills on like the guitar, and he combines everything to where it's an experience. That is where Vessel's strength lies, and I love it. I love it very, very much, because he's able to take these not so insane guitar parts and turn them insane based on the context of the music around it. And that's what I love. That's the greatest musicians are not ones that can play super technically, although Tim Henson is the exception. They're the ones that study their craft, and then they're able to manipulate things around what they want. And Vessel is a master at that. Anyways, guys, I've yapped for long enough. Thank you so much again for tuning into the video. If you did enjoy it, again, drop the hot thumbs up. Let me know what you thought of it in the comment section down below. Subscribe if you're new to the channel and you like my style. Anyways, guys, thank you once again for tuning in, and I'll catch y'all all in the next one. At ease, Micro Militia.